So YouTuber Dhar Mann is being cancelled for not paying his employees enough money.
It just is not sustainable. And there are a lot of issues at hand here, but one of the main issues is that not a single actor that works at Dhar Mann Studios can afford rent.
So the video where he flexes all the money in his fancy cars now has aged really badly. Who could have guessed? To put this into perspective, Dhar Mann nearly has 20 million subscribers, owns a mansion, but isn't paying his employees enough money.
There's a culture at the studio of if you talk, you're out.
It feels very much like there's a very toxic work environment there, and some of the stuff this guy says later on is just absolutely despicable.
To come together as a group and talk collectively with our boss, Dhar Mann. We sent a letter to him, a hard copy and an email. The email was CC'd to the head of production as well, so that we made sure that Dhar got it, but it was addressed to Dhar. Said we could have a meeting to discuss our issues. That meeting was pushed several times, changed on us. When we finally got to the meeting, we had reiterated that we wanted it to be with Dhar. Dhar was not there.
Now these are the same issues they're still facing, and that's why they are protesting. I guess this motto was just for the fans rather than his employees.
Hey Dhar Mann fam, so you see, we're not just telling stories, we're changing lives.
Unless they work for me and I have to pay their wages.
Mostly the OG actors of Dhar Mann Studios are at the studio.
Arriving united.
Yeah.
Hey Nick, what are you protesting?
I'm protesting the man never talks to anyone, he silently fires people, and he doesn't pay anyone what they're worth.
For over like 4.5 years. I mean, that's more than a college education, so to be treated like I'm not even worth being listened to at all. Show that felon one down in his
Can't judge a felon by his outfit.
This situation just keeps getting worse, with allegations flying all about the place, with Dhar Mann not saying a single word to them privately, publicly, or making any sort of statement.
I'm supposed to cry, but it's just that I felt alone for a long time.
That's why we're here. We have a whole bunch of us guys. More are coming. There are like a lot more people who aren't here today but feel the same way. They're sympathetic, but they're scared. This company has made them feel scared, and that's not okay. You shouldn't feel afraid to come into work. It should be a place you want. I mean, especially a place where we're making these stories.
I feel like the consensus here is that Dhar Mann Studios has heavily mistreated its actors, heavily mistreated its employees, and just done a terrible job at managing. This channel is arguably the biggest acting channel on YouTube, and just one of the biggest channels on YouTube as a whole.
And we can talk about what the sign means whenever you like.
Just Google it.
Yeah, just Google Dhar Mann felon.
How, move it closer to your face.
2010, Mann and stockbroker Derek Peterson founded the We Grow store that sold hydroponics marketed for growing medical marijuana. We Grow was closed 2 years later amid lawsuits between the business partners. 2013, Mann was convicted of defrauding the city of Oakland, California. At first I didn't believe this, but I did find an actual article talking about it from 2014. Before you know, he blew up on YouTube. Dhar Mann sentenced to 5 years probation for defrauding Oakland. Dhar Mann paid the fine and was released early from probation. An Oakland businessman whose work in marijuana industry earned him the moniker has been sentenced to 5 years probation for pocketing city grant money. So allegedly it seems like Dhar Mann has always been a bit slimy when it comes to money. But what do you think about this? Comment below your opinions on the Dhar Mann situation. But to be honest, it's just scummy, isn't it? But yeah, I've been your host Samuel, and I'll catch you in the next Samuel upload.